Hey everyone! Today I'm thinking about honesty. Honesty and transparency, you could extend it to. And oftentimes we think about this in context with other people. If it's business, it's our employees, it's our customers or our clients, it's having the difficult conversations. But let's bring it back a little bit to us as individuals. Like are we being honest with ourselves? Are we open to ask the difficult questions? Are we open to really asking ourselves what we want, to figuring out what we want, to be committed to go on that journey? It's so interesting that the different type of resistance that comes up, and just to kind of stay in that moment to figure out what that is for us. Like for me, it could be a number of different things, distractions that we have, and there's so many different distractions. Even there's productive distractions that we do all the time. I need to go and answer that email because it's an email, it's work, I need to go and do it. But oftentimes it's just a distraction. It can wait until later. You've got to define what's the most important thing on the day, but you've got to start with more than that. Like, what do you really want? Like, which part of your life is the most important for you to focus on? Like, if you could have it any way you want it, what would that be? And what would your business look like? Or what business would you start? What career would you be in? What level would you be at? What type of thing would you be doing? What does the ideal day look like? And be honest about where you are right now. Because if you're not, then you haven't got a place to start from. And sometimes we sugarcoat things or soften things, like things are okay, things are all right, they're good enough. But are things really good enough? Is good enough good enough? We think we tend to think about things in the box that we've got right now in front of us. And that's fine. It's absolutely fine. My challenge is to ask yourself, is that really enough? Is that really fulfillment? And what am I running away from? Actually, or just metaphorically? Because if we're distracted, we're not concerning ourselves with the pain. If you've got the pain, use it because it's valuable. Allow that to create for you the life that you want to have in developing those things. Like, I just take one area at a time. Like, physical body is so easy because everyone's got a physical body. Well, most of us. Like, what do you want your physical body to demand? To be able to demand from your physical body? Like, what do you want available for you? Do you want unlimited energy? Do you want to look great? What does looking great look like for you specifically? And it's so easy for us to think about all the patterns we've had in our life. Okay, this is what's available for me. Or I did good at that point, I just want to get back to that. But what if the best point, the best possible version of you physically that you've ever had was just a starting point? What if that was your new baseline? What could be possible then? Ask yourself some of these questions. Here's 3 questions you can ask yourself. First off, start with this one. Am I open to asking myself the difficult questions? Am I open to asking myself the difficult questions? If no, sit with that for a couple minutes. Why? Why wouldn't I be open to asking myself difficult questions? Because what happens? If you ask yourself your difficult questions, you're outside your comfort zone. And your comfort zone means growth. And growth means becoming more than you are. Becoming more than you are means allowing more into your life than you have. Creating more fulfillment, ultimately. So if no, what's that costing you? If you're not willing to ask those difficult questions of yourself, what's that costing you? At the minimum, it's costing you time. Think about it another way. Risk. What are you willing to risk? Well, you could say, I don't know. What happens if I start a new business, it doesn't work out? What happens if I put myself out there for my health and I can't follow through? What happens if I go for that new role, that new promotion, and I don't get it? What happens if I ask that person out and they say no? There's risk. But there's risk in everything. What happens if you don't do it? What happens if 5 years' time you look at yourself and say, oh my gosh, I'm in exactly the same place in my finances, in my business, in my career, in my health, in my relationships that I was 5 years ago? 5 years are gone. Are you likely to be in a better position? Are the good sides, all the things that you've got, all your gifts, are they going to be better or worse if you don't do anything with them? So first of all, all the way back, let's ask yourself that question. Are you willing to ask yourself the honest question? In fact, let's just stick with that one. One thing, are you willing to ask yourself the difficult questions? Yes or no? Keep being awesome.